I'm Scott Eastwood, and you're watching Comic Book Now.
What is going on? That is the best intro we could have ever had in the world. Scott Eastwood just introduced Comic Book Now. Dreams do come true. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome to Comic Book Now. I'm Brandon Davis. Call me BD. Joined today, Charlie Ridgely's here. You know he's here. It's Thursday. He knows where to
Always
be.
Here.
And back for the third week in a row. You guys have liked her enough, so we invited her back. Janelle Wheeler's in the house.
I feel like I should start breakdancing. I did promise them I would do that at some point.
So, yeah, get excited, guys. So we have an awesome show today. We have huge news. We were at New York Comic Con last week. That was super cool. Fear the Walking Dead is making moves.
I love this show.
Just a couple weeks ago, we told you right here on Comic Book Now that the two shows are going to finally start allowing 2 F words per season. Like we broke that news here.
That's
I talked
incredible.
to Fear the Walking Dead showrunner Dave Erickson.
Love it.
And we are really excited about that. Now we confirmed that at New York Comic Con last week. Jeffrey Dean Morgan commented on it. Gail Ann Hurd commented on it. So it's some pretty exciting stuff. But now at New York Comic Con we also learned something else that was huge. The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead are going to be crossing over. One character from one show is going to be going to another show.
This
they
is
wouldn't
nuts.
say who. They didn't say which show. They didn't say when it's going to happen. Robert Kirkman just said stay tuned to the internet in the coming months for more information. So, you know,
They did say only one person, though.
Yeah, only one person.
Only one person, which is distracting for me, because I want to see like a whole crew.
I want to see everyone together on like one giant Walking Dead show.
Absolutely.
Look, okay, that's never going to happen. But we thought this would never going to happen. So actually, maybe I should take that back.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody has a theory. I talked to Dave Erickson, the Fear the Walking Dead showrunner, today. And he told me that this crossover was kind of a surprise to him, honestly. We have the full story at comicbook.com/The Walking Dead. He said, though, that Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 didn't really have this in mind when doing it.
Yeah.
So Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, he is no longer the showrunner.
Yeah.
Scott Gimple, the Walking Dead showrunner, joins as executive producer with 2 new showrunners in place. So that's when we're going to start seeing that kind of come to life.
Great.
But we have... we have a lot of theories, right?
We do.
A lot of theories.
We have a lot of theories.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Charlie, I know you have a theory. I would like to hear your theory first.
Yes. I mean, my theory, I think it's a popular one among a lot of people. You know, we've been missing Morales for years. Since Season 1, Morales left. And if you recall, Morales said he was going back home to Alabama, where he's from. Who else is from Alabama? Madison. Madison's from Alabama. There's a connection there. I think he's going south. They're in the south, and we'll see at the end of the finale this week. I would think that they're going to be heading north. I don't imagine with the ranch gone in Fear that they can stay in where they are in Mexico for very long. So I think there's a really good chance that Morales and Madison might know each other from something, or just their paths are crossing in the south. I think it's a really safe bet that we might see Morales. And people have been asking for Morales for a really long time. Like, people want to see Morales back and know what has happened to him. Because he just up and left. He got in his RV
so
with his family and left.
It was Season 1, Episode 5. Rick was like, all right, we're going to the CDC. And then they just had that plan to go to the CDC. They went to the CDC. Morales was like, no, I don't want to go to the CDC.
Yeah.
Morales went to Birmingham, Alabama. You just said Madison's from Alabama. So I will tell you this. We might see some clues in the Season 3 finale of Fear the Walking Dead on where they're going. But I did talk to Juan G. Pareja, who plays Morales, or played Morales. And it didn't seem like he had heard anything yet. I don't know if they'd contacted him. He would love to, he said he's doing the hashtag Morales Lives. So I have a full interview with Juan coming up. So if we have any updates, I will let you guys know. But I don't know. I love the idea of Madison being from Alabama, going to Alabama, and finally tying up the loose end that is what happened to Morales and his family. But from what I know, they haven't contacted him just yet.
Okay.
I know Janelle has a theory as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be Alicia. Alicia has a big fan base. Just speaking off of the show, a lot of people will definitely follow her wherever she goes. So I've heard that they may end Fear. This is all just speculation, and she might end up actually being a permanent cast member on The Walking Dead. In my opinion, I think that they should bring someone over to Fear to get the numbers up. But there's always this, I've heard this too, and you guys, I know you've told me I'm always wrong, but I've heard the whispers theory that Madison is alpha.
I've heard this. I know I've heard this theory a bunch. I've also heard Jadis is alpha. I like the theory better that Alicia is alpha. But the thing is, where's Lydia? Where's the daughter?
Right.
If Alicia is alpha,
I like it a little bit different. I know we don't have alpha. Maybe someone we don't know. I just like the idea of either Nick or Troy, who are both crazy people, being Beta. Because if you read the Walking Dead comics, you know Beta's a psychopath.
Troy would be awesome. Troy is actually,
Beta.
and I'll tell you, I really think that this is going to help boost the ratings on Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 deserves all the ratings.
It has been
amazing.
so good.
This show is
So good.
unbelievably good. It's hands down most improved series in the history of television. And it is just, it's one of my favorite shows. It might be the best show of 2017. I don't know, I forgot Game of Thrones and Westworld. But it's in the conversation for me. It's one of my favorite shows. Maybe not best. I know Game of Thrones.
It's really good.
production
It is
value.
really good.
It is great. If you haven't watched it, you definitely should.
The thing is, for Alicia, for a character from Fear to join The Walking Dead, if they're going to tell the story on Fear, how they came to join The Walking Dead, even if they do that in Season 9 where the door is going to be opened after the time jump, that cast member is going to have to film for more weeks in a year than they would have because it's 30-something weeks for one season's production. Wow. So they'd have to be doing 30-plus weeks on Fear and then 30-plus weeks on The Walking Dead. There's not enough time in a year to film both shows.
That's given if they're on both shows for an extended period of time.
But that also puts an end date to Fear the Walking Dead.
I don't think
because
Fear's
that
gonna
means
last past 5 seasons.
it might not. It's averaging just over 2 million viewers a week, but it definitely puts an end date because once that character arrives on The Walking Dead, your show has to end. Here's another theory. Abraham Ford, his backstory gets told on Fear the Walking Dead. He started in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Fear the Walking Dead is taking place at the Mexican-American border. I'm just saying, I love this idea. Don't have Abraham as a permanent character on Fear. You can't. He started the apocalypse with his family in a grocery store in Houston, Texas. You may very well bring him in to Fear the Walking Dead for a few episodes. Obviously, you get a rating spike. You deliver some episodes which have been as strong as Season 3. People stick around for more. And here, what you got?
I was let you finish. I'll let you finish.
Well, I mean, I want to talk about what Cudlett's said
okay.
about
I
this.
was just asking, like, if he shows up on Fear, do you think maybe there's going to be some kind of like pancake situation involved?
God.
Would they
Making
do that? Be like,
pancakes?
oh, well, you guys are making pancakes. Well, I'm Abraham and this Bisquick. You know, like they do some dumb thing like that to make fans excited.
I don't know. The Bisquick challenge is alive and well, which actually
is.
that actually speaks to how heavily engaged Michael Cudlitz has remained with the Walking Dead fan base, and he has said he would be willing to go back to the Walking Dead universe if the call came. I think the call may have came because on Saturday, before the New York Comic-Con panel for The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead was canceled on Friday, Cudlitz sent a couple tweets, very cryptic stuff. First of all, crazy stuff is about to go down. See y'all on the other side. He sent that Saturday before the Comic-Con panel where the crossover was announced. Then Sunday morning after the announcement, he says, "Mwahahaha, all good," with a couple of fists. So either Michael Cudlitz just had some really weird personal stuff going on and he was subtweeting somebody because nobody can tie this to any pop culture event that Michael Cudlitz is a part of, or he knew about this and he's kind of subtweeting the whole thing in general. So let us know what you think in the comments section. We'll scan through it.
Yes.
We will get to that at the end of the show. Reminder, we are live, so like our Comic Book Now Facebook page. Share us with your friends because we love doing this. We love interacting with you guys. That all happened at New York Comic Con. So speaking of New York Comic Con, as you saw, if you follow me on social media, guys, dreams do come true. In this instance of meeting your heroes and the moment actually living up to expectations, I caught up with Scott Eastwood to talk all about his new movie with John Boyega, Pacific Rim Uprising.
What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here. We're backstage at New York Comic Con. The Pacific Rim Uprising panel just concluded. That was amazing. I'm here with Scott Eastwood. First of all, this is amazing. Everybody knows I've been waiting to meet you forever. So this is awesome.
I mean, I knew. I mean, the letters to the house constantly, day after day. I mean, a whole year I think you did, right? You even numbered them.
I told you.
You even numbered them.
I know.
It was very nice. It was very
sweet.
sweet.
Man, okay, so Pacific Rim Uprising, the movie looks amazing. Guillermo del Toro steps off, Steve the Knight steps in. It looks like it captures all that magic of the first one. I want to know about your character, though, because so few details of this movie have come out.
Sure.
Introduce me to your character really quickly.
Sure. My character is Nathan Lambert. He is John Boyega's character, and him and I are drift compatible, and we are the two tip of the spears here. But you know, like one character. You cannot pilot a Jaeger alone, so you need your partner in crime.
Yeah.
In this case, it is Jake Pentecost.
That's right, man. So you guys are in the Gypsy Avenger, which is kind of the sequel to the Gypsy Danger, which died, which was put out of commission in the first Pacific Rim. What is this new Gypsy Avenger capable of?
Oh, trying to get the dirty secrets,
I gotta ask these questions. They want to know.
I can't tell you that. No.
But what are I mean, like, you guys are doing these action sequences, and for you, I don't really know if you're a part of that because it's kind of robots versus monsters. How much of the action do you get on? Because
we did, Steven and everyone creatively had a vision to connect the pilots with the action. So how do we do that? And I think they did an incredible job of creating the sets so we actually integrate the action. So we're doing a lot of stuff together. It was actually quite physically demanding. But I like that kind of stuff. So we had a good time doing it.
That's super cool, man. So my last question for you: we've been with you since The Longest Ride. I'm a big fan of that movie. You've done Fast and Furious. You're doing Pacific Rim. You've done the drama. You've done the action. You've done it all. How long until you do a superhero movie? And who would you want to play if you could?
Weapon X. I mean, Logan.
Dude, I have been saying that for so long.
You gotta give it to Wolverine.
Campaign.
Wolverine all day.
Hashtag Scott Eastwood for Wolverine. We just launched it, man.
First of all, thank you all for watching every week, because it's because you guys watch and share all of our content that we get to go to New York Comic Con and do some really cool stuff. So please continue to do that. Hit the like on our Comic Book Now Facebook page and share us with your friends right now. We appreciate that. I did see in the comment section while I was playing Tyrone, we were talking about the Walking Dead crossover. He said, any idea when it's going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe Fear the Walking Dead Season 4.
Yeah, I think that's the best time to do it because it's renewed through 4 seasons, so it's not guaranteed for more than that. But we know it's not this season. And I don't think it's going to happen on Walking Dead. I think it's going to be on Fear.
Okay.
So I think Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, if Scott Gimple just came over, this is what he has the plan for. I'd be safe to say sometime in Season 4, but that's, again, just me speculating. So.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? Is this?
I'm still holding out hope that it's going to be on The Walking Dead, but I also think that Fear is going to end pretty soon, and we're going to have a permanent fixture on The Walking Dead.
I don't think that, because I think they're going into Season 4. They brought over Scott Gimple. They were confident enough in it ahead of Season 3 to renew it for 2 more seasons, and they know how good they've got, even if the ratings haven't been there. But if you bring over a character like Morales or like Abraham, those ratings are going to spike really heavily, and it's going to lead into a possible Season 5, and I think that's what they're going for with this move.
I like it. We did have breaking news just a second ago. Gambit, the Gambit movie with Channing Tatum, got a release date February 14th, 2019. Valentine's Day. I know what I'm doing with my date. I'm taking Scott Eastwood to see Gambit. That's exciting. I mean, the Gambit movie's coming together. We got a comment from Channing Tatum at San Diego Comic-Con. Said they were they're basically starting over. They're working on it. But exciting news for the Gambit fans. Gore
Verbinski, we announced last week, is in talks to direct the Gambit movie. So it's finally coming together after months and years probably of like development hell, not knowing what was going to go on. They're finally moving towards an actual movie.
That's great.
So good news there from 20th Century Fox. I have a feeling we're going to make the 20th Century Fox Marvel fans happy again before this show's over. Thor Ragnarok, though, screened a couple times last weekend. Once for Mark Ruffalo's Instagram audience. Whoops! The audience reactions are in, and they are just about all positive. A lot of critics are crediting Taika Waititi, the director, and his brand of humor for a tremendous amount of laughs, which is why they say they enjoyed the film. Jermaine Lushier of IO9 says Tessa Thompson is the real MVP. She joins as Valkyrie, while Connor Schwerdfeger promises Thor will be everyone's #1 Avenger after watching. And DC fanboy turned trade site scooper Umberto Gonzalez even admits Thor Ragnarok blew him away, and like a few others, points out that it has one of Marvel's best soundtracks. I actually had a long phone call with Umberto, I like to call him Uncle Bert, about this movie, and he really, really loved it. Everything he told me was really exciting. It has 2 post-credit scenes. You're going to want to sit all the way through, I promise you. Just keep in mind, there's a big movie coming up in early 2018 you're not going to want to miss. And the early tracking has come out, and analysts are calling for a $90 to $100 million November 3rd weekend for Thor Ragnarok. But I'm going to go ahead right now. I'm going to call it a bit higher, $115 million. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Drop your prediction below. If you nail it, maybe we'll send you a prize. But if you need another reason to see Thor Ragnarok in theaters, how about this? The Avengers Infinity War trailer, good enough for you? Kevin Feige told Eric Davis of Fandango the trailer will be up before the end of next year. And when I talked to Feige around the time of Spider-Man Homecoming, he told me the Infinity War promo train leaves the station around Ragnarok's release. Some are predicting it will be attached to Star Wars The Last Jedi, but my money is on a safe Ragnarok spoiler-free trailer coming around Halloween. And that is not all for Marvel trailers. 20th Century Fox, I promised more 20th Century Fox Marvel news. Here you go. It's going to drop the trailer for New Mutants tonight at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, 12:01 a.m. Pacific, because apparently somebody thought that was a good time to release a trailer. I'll watch it in the morning. And speaking of trailers, how about those Justice League and Star Wars trailers last week? Yeah, you watched them. Walking Dead and Pacific Rim aside, I think the Justice League trailer was the best thing to happen while we were at New York Comic-Con last week. It finally has me excited, not just out of curiosity. I think this trailer really built some hype for the movie. Like, it's
beautiful.
Finally
it
getting
gave
Henry
me
Cavill.
Everything I asked for. Last week, Charlie asked me, what are you looking for in this trailer? I said, more Superman, and I want to see Batman and Aquaman kind of have some interaction. I got it all. I'm very happy about this.
I think what's interesting to me, and I don't ever want to be one of the people having this conversation, but I think you can see the Joss Whedon.
I was going to say that.
See the Zack Snyder.
I was about to say that to you because I was watching the trailer and that whole sequence. I don't know what was filmed and what wasn't, what was in the script and what wasn't before Joss Whedon took over. But so much of that stuff in the beginning was so bright, and it's just not in Snyder's style. However you feel about Snyder, so it just wasn't how he does things. And then it switched to a bullet casing, slow motion, like bouncing, and it's like, oh, okay, that's a very Snyder thing to do.
Like 300.
Yeah, it was. You could see styles of both directors, and I really think if they play it right. It'll really have a cool blend.
Well, I have spoken to somebody who's seen the movie. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. I can't really say anything more than that. But the other trailer, Star Wars, blew everybody away on Monday Night Football. I watched this trailer 100 times. It got like 50 million views in like 4 hours. It's insane.
Yeah.
But Porgs.
Porgs.
I mean, Porgs are an internet sensation. Everybody's losing their minds over the Porgs. Look at those things. I want to put, like, people are like, oh, this is just a merchandise play. That's all Porgs are.
That's okay.
Well, I mean,
that's fine.
That's what everyone thought about Baby Groot.
Take my money. I want a Porg.
Everyone thought that Baby Groot was like, oh man, he's going to be this little, like, it's just to get viewers and sell toys. It's like, he was such a cool part of the movie. And like, I loved Baby Groot. He was the best part of Guardians to me. So if you could have one of the two, you could have a real life little Baby Porg or a real life little teeny Baby Groot hanging out in your apartment. Which one are you picking?
Baby Groot.
No, I want a Porg.
What?
I want a Porg. I don't want like a toy. I don't want like a toy Porg. I want like a furry Porg made of like tissues, and I have to feed it, and I have to scoop its litter box.
Moves,
like I want an actual Porg.
I want an actual Groot that I can like start. I want to get like the twig, get the little Groot twig, and put him in the thing. And like when I get out of like the shower in the morning, and I'm like getting dressed, like he wakes up and he's like dancing in his little flower pot and stuff. Like that's what I want from a Baby Groot pet, and that's so much cooler than a Porg because at like 6 months old, he can lift up grown men and he can take care of my business for me.
But we still don't know what Porgs
Charlie
can
wants
do
Vin
yet.
Diesel. Charlie wants to wake up to Vin Diesel every day.
Well, who doesn't want to wake up to Vin Diesel every day? Okay, it's just me. Whatever.
I'll tell you what, there was another moment. The real thing the real fans are talking about, this scene of Rey with Snoke. So you have Snoke, you have a look at Snoke. Andy Serkis as Snoke is kind of narrating the trailer in the beginning. But when you look at this photo and then the very next shot in the trailer, is Rey kind of totally being like tortured by Snoke.
Yeah, in the air.
It's, is Rey going to the dark side, you think, maybe?
No.
That's been a big theory, and I feel like it's too obvious for that to be happening. Like that's what it seems like in this trailer. Like she's being torn between light and dark, and like
she's seeking
out
it can happen. Answers, and you have to seek out the light and the dark to find the answer that you're looking for.
But like, people complained in The Force Awakens that it was just like a cut and carbon like copy of A New Hope, and like a lot of the trailer things, like you see a lot of similarities between The Empire Strikes Back, and it's like, what bigger rug could they pull out from under this story than to have Rey, basically the new version of Luke, flip over to the dark side in this giant twist? Like, what would happen to Star Wars if that happened?
I will stand up and walk out of the theater if
that's the coolest thing they could do.
If Kylo Ren is a good guy and Rey is bad, Kylo Ren killed Han Solo, man. Anyway, we have to move on. We can keep this conversation going on social media, at Charlie Ridgely, at Janelle Wheeler, at Brandon Davis PD. But we have to continue with the news. Now, the DC TV fans, you're going to get a piece of the pie here, but we have some bad news and good news for you. We'll start with the bad news. Legends of Tomorrow, one of Charlie's favorite favorite shows here. Charlie always tells me he likes that show. It's his favorite of the CW shows. It's going to be losing a core cast member before the new season comes to a close. Victor Garber, also known as the designer of the Titanic, will reportedly be leaving his role as Dr. Martin Stein on the CW series. The CW did not comment on the matter, but I'm left wondering what's going to happen to Firestorm. But the good news, Arrow returns for its 6th season tonight. Which if you are a loyal Comic Book Now viewer, and you should be, you know Stephen Amell has been hyping this up for some time, and you can find our interview with the Arrow himself on comicbook.com/DC. But to celebrate tonight's premiere, let's take a look at the 10 best Arrowverse moments, and when we come back from that, we are answering your questions, so fire away.
This week marks the return of all of our favorite CW shows, Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. What's up, guys? Chris Killing with ComicBook.com here, and if you're anything like me, then you like to go back and rewatch so that you remember everything that's going on. But that's a little tough to do when you try to go back and rewatch like 4 different shows. Who's got that kind of time? Well, thankfully, yours truly decided to go back and pick out the 10 best Arrowverse moments so we can relive them together right here. Starting off our list at number 10 is something that happened pretty recently on The Flash, when it was revealed that Savitar was actually Barry Allen himself.
You lived it. You remember when you were me. Like I told you from the beginning, I am the future Flash.
At number 9, I've got a moment from Arrow when Prometheus killed himself and then blew up Lee and you. Check it out.
No, wait!
At number 8, try to tell me you didn't get goosebumps when Superman first appeared on Supergirl.
That was awesome! I mean, that was terrible, but it was awesome! We've never saved anything together.
I know.
I've dreamt of this moment. The 2 of us teaming up.
Me too.
Number 7 comes from The Flash, when everyone discovers Dr. Wells' time travel vault and starts to realize how complex and dangerous time travel can be.
Suppose we now change the color on your suit. Will it be because we got the idea from this picture? That would mean we're living in a causal nexus. Wow, this is so trippy, like Marty and the Polaroid trippy.
Not as trippy as the name on the byline.
Iris West. Alan?
At number 6, the Invasion crossover. What? Number 5 features a turning point for Arrow when he saves Roy Harper.
Joseph! I understand being alone, but it doesn't give you the right to kill people in cold blood.
He deserves it. It's just like the gangbangers who gunned her down. He's no different than them. And now I get to gun him down. Don't do it!
Even though it was only 1 episode long, it was still awesome to see. So at number 4, we've got the Flashpoint Paradox.
You're safe now.
Actually, she's not.
Please don't.
There we go. Things are back to how they should be. Well, for me, anyway.
Number 3 comes from the episode World's Finest, when Flash and Supergirl finally share some screen time.
How did you do that?
I'm Supergirl.
You're who now?
Sorry, I was just a little disoriented from the scream. How did you save me?
Well, you fell out a window, and I caught you and ran you all the way out here, which I did not mean to do, but I've been working on my speed, and guess I'm faster than I thought.
And who could forget our number 2 moment when Oliver and Felicity give us all the feels?
Say it's never going to work out between us. Say you never loved me. Say...
Don't ask me to say that I don't love you.
And finally, the best moment? Well, see for yourself.
Everybody clear on the plan. Run like hell. Try not to die. What about you guys? You ready?
Other than the fact that I can't firestorm and Nate can't steal?
You bet your sweet ass we're ready.
Damien, I think we should go back to basics.
You're right. Killing's gotten so gosh darn impersonal lately.
Let me know what your favorite Arrowverse moment is in the comments below, and make sure you go check out some of our other videos. Most importantly, thanks for watching.
Earth to Chris Killian, where was Deathstroke?
Oh.
Guys, we have a live question.
We do. Tristan Penrod is asking, who do you think survived the season 5 finale of Arrow, and who will return tonight?
So Leah and you got blown up?
Yeah, hot take. I think that Oliver Queen might still be alive.
I will pick a death. I think Thea's dead. I think Willa Holland is done. I think Thea died in the explosion, and that's in part because Stephen Amell may have slipped a bit at some of these Heroes and Villains Fan Fest things, but it's also, I just think Thea would have a huge impact on Oliver, and it would kind of change the direction of the show.
I think it would really do great things for the show if Felicity died, but that didn't happen. So
oh gosh,
we know that didn't happen.
I don't think I can.
We know that
didn't
happen, so it's fine.
So reminder, guys, we are live right now. So if you have questions, we'll answer a few of them right now. Charlie Ridgely, Janelle Wheeler's checking out the comment section live right now. I'm Brandon Davis. We appreciate you joining. Make sure you like our Comic Book Now Facebook page, share it with your friends. If you just came in, you were looking for the Walking Dead crossover news, go to the top of the show as soon as we wrap up here, which is in just a couple of minutes. We're going to answer some questions now.
We do have some Walking Dead questions, but first, Andrew Hayes is asking, what did you guys think of The Gifted?
I haven't watched The Gifted. I know Charlie, I've only heard good things. I've talked to a lot of people who have. I've been really busy. I haven't had a chance to watch it. Charlie?
I haven't
The
either.
Gifted is so good. Like, I'm so impressed with what The Gift has been able to do with the X-Men on TV, because we haven't really gotten to see that a lot. There's been a lot of the Defender stuff in Marvel. There's been a lot of like the DC, the CW verse and stuff, and Gotham, I like a lot. But The Gift has been really cool. It's a very good mix of light comic stuff, but it's a little heavier emotionally. It's a really great balance. It's not as silly as CW. It's not as dark as Gotham. I really like what they found, and I really like the actors in the show. And I don't know. I think it's gonna be on for a while. I think it's gonna. No, not better than Game of Thrones. Nothing's better than Game of Thrones. Nothing's better than Game of Thrones.
Doctor Who.
All right.
I'm the only one who thinks that. Sorry. Hey, let's give The Walking Dead
Ryan
people
Binder in the
a little
comments says that it's the best start of any comic book show.
Ah.
I don't know, like it's close. I mean, there have been some really good starts to comic book shows. I think Daredevil started off really great. Yeah. Definitely on network TV. I think you're 100% right on network television.
I think Walking Dead had a really great first episode. Arrow had a really great first episode.
Oh, I forgot. Walking Dead's first episode is one of the best episodes of television. In history, I don't care what anybody says. One of the single best episodes.
It's good.
Speaking
of Walking Dead, we have some.
We do. We have some Walking Dead questions. This is really cool. Sarah Davis is asking, did you guys see any cool Easter eggs in the Walking Dead trailer? I can respond to this really quickly. I did see two that I loved, and this isn't maybe not an Easter egg, but I saw Carol leaning up against the bridge at one point in the trailer, and next to her was some like graffiti of a flower, and I feel like it was a callback to look at the flowers.
It's also the Cherokee Rose that when Carol was looking for help, looking for Sophia, Daryl.
Yeah, flowers have kind of been like flowers and cookies have been kind of Carol's thing throughout the whole series.
I will say I have watched The Walking Dead season 8 premiere. I have a full review of it up on the site comicbook.com/The Walking Dead. It is loaded with references to other characters and previous, I mean, like shot-for-shot recreations of previous moments, and a nice tease of Shane Walsh you might catch, possibly even like a Lost reference, which isn't the first time the show has done that.
Wow.
Really, really cool moments in The Walking Dead season 8 premiere.
I love that.
What's that Lost? What's that you're talking about? Lost.
I can't tell you that now.
What?
If he gets to talk about Lost, I get to talk about Doctor Who.
television.
Oh, that's Lost. Okay, I understand.
All right, we have another question. Tony Morris, any word about a Spawn movie?
Oh, lots of word about a Spawn movie. I actually, at New York Comic Con, I sat down with Todd McFarlane for 30 minutes.
He's a man of many words.
He is a man of many words. I asked one question. No, we talked for 30 minutes. He wants this to be a super, and I'm quoting him, nasty R-rated movie. He wants it to be creepy. He wants Spawn to be scary. He wants he just wants it to be a terrifying anti-hero type movie. He wants Stan Lee to be in it as a bearded beer drinking drunk. Yeah. He wants to kill him. So he wants to do all kinds of crazy stuff with the Spawn movie. He expects it to go into production as an R-rated film with Blumhouse as the partner early next year. No word on a release date yet. He said they're going after A-list actors.
I believe he's directing it.
He is directing it. He said they're going after A-list actors. He also predicted a budget of about $10 to $12 million. A little tricky to get an A-list actor in that kind of budget.
Yeah.
Not impossible.
There have been rumors about this, and if you know the character, you kind of know that Michael Jai White played Spawn, early on, and there have been rumors that, I guess not rumors, fan speculation that Jamie Foxx is the guy that he's going after to play Spawn, but we're really not going to see Spawn much in this movie. It's going to be kind of like a lurking in the shadows type of thing. But there's also a Spawn TV show coming.
Well, there's Sam and Twitch.
Yeah,
there's
Sam and Twitch.
Which I also it come from your boy Kevin Smith. Charlie loves Kevin Smith.
My man.
He said that it's on BBC, so BBC doesn't have the rights to Spawn, so they're not going to be directly
involved with Spawn.
But he said they could do little Easter eggs, little references. Kind of like what I think it's going to be kind of like what Netflix does with Daredevil and Luke Cage and all those Defenders characters. And in the same way that they are connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think that Sam and Twitch is going to, it sounds like that's how Sam and Twitch will be connected to the Spawn movie. But he also said if the opportunity presents itself, if the story fits, and BBC wants to borrow Spawn for a couple of episodes, he's wide open to that. Absolutely. So I mean that's awesome. It's great. He owns the rights to all of them. So he's in complete control. It's not like Marvel has the X-Men at Fox and then the Avengers at Disney.
He created himself, started Image himself.
And he also has really big plans for the 300 and 301st issues of Spawn. 301. That's the record. That will give Spawn the record for longest running comic series. So he has big plans there too.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's huge.
You watch Comic Book Now, you host the show, you learn something.
Do you guys want some more questions?
Let's do one more.
Okay, we have Sky Patterson. Will we ever see the Fantastic Four return to the big screen as a film reboot at Marvel Studios? Absolutely. If so, who will direct?
Sky, it's kind of, Josh Trank, great idea. It's all about what story they tell, because they're not doing a regular Fantastic Four thing right away. No. We got a couple other movies in development. They're doing one about the children of the series.
They're
talking about a kid-friendly thing, and they're making a Doctor Doom movie that Noah Hawley is working on. They said it. They said it at the
Noah Hawley behind
Legion,
FX series Legion,
and also Fargo on FX.
Yeah,
he does both of those shows. Look, he's awesome.
But that said, I still want to see the Fantastic Four go back to Marvel Studios.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think. And look, 20th Century Fox may very. You just got to find the right filmmaker. That's all you have to do is find the right filmmaker, and you can make a great Fantastic Four movie. It's not a studio thing; it's a filmmaker thing.
Right.
Josh Trank didn't execute. And look, I liked Josh Trank's movies before Fantastic Four.
Chronicle was great.
Chronicle, I love that movie. Put Michael B. Jordan on the map. But Fantastic Four, it was a 90-minute trailer for a movie that didn't happen.
I think that when you look at the tone, X-Men fits what Fox is doing really well. Deadpool, Logan, they fit that.
They found
Fantastic Four is such a colorful, lighter. It fits what Marvel has made on the screen.
And I don't ever see a reason to put the Fantastic Four in the X-Men universe.
But there's a million reasons to put them in with all the Avengers.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I think it might become a thing like Spider-Man did, where with Sony cutting a deal with Marvel Studios and Disney. I know the relationship between 20th Century Fox and Marvel Studios might not be that good.
It's
Kevin
one or the
Feige
other,
has said
right.
it's fine, but you never know. We'll see. I don't know who should direct the Fantastic Four movie. I got to put a little more thought into that. We'll get back to you next week. Scott
Brad
Patterson.
Bird is my guess.
Brad Bird, I like it. Well, he already did The Incredibles. So
That's true.
thank you guys for watching every week. Please like our Comic Book Now Facebook page. Share us with your friends. On behalf of Charlie Ridgely and Janelle Wheeler, I'm Brandon Davis. BD, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
I'm at Comic-Con. Yo, 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 yo. We on the tick press line. Everything's mighty fine. About to get the scoop. All on the tick. All on the Amazon. It's like prime time. We getting delivered. Package at the same time. What? Oh.